Welcome back to Cooking with Hannah Soul, and we are on day 3 of our 25 days of Cookmas, and today we're making some Salsa Verde chicken taquitos. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is boil your chicken, and I do like using chicken thighs over breasts because breasts are way too dry for me. Season your water some chicken bouillon and let it get to boiling. Next up, we're going to make our pico, and I'm using a red onion, and we're just going to finely dice these. Now, as y'all can see, my cutting board was getting real physical, so if you ever want your cutting board to stay in place, put a wet paper towel underneath, and I promise you it will not budge. Next up are our tomatoes, and then go figure, y'all, I do not like tomatoes, but I absolutely love pico. It's just like my daughter used to hate cheese but love cheeseburgers. I don't know, okay? So then we're just gonna finally dice our tomatoes and then move on to cilantro. Now you can use as little or as much of cilantro as you like. I love it, so I'll probably take it a little bit too far. Then we're gonna bring everything together. Now I did sit my onions in some cold water before using them to break up some of that pungency and the intensity of those red onions, and then I added those to the tomatoes along with the cilantro. And then of course, no pico is complete without limes. Now to help break up those juices and make it a lot easier to squeeze, I like to take the palm of my hand and rub those limes over my counter, and I'm telling you, it makes it so much easier. So you're just going to squeeze the juice of those limes over your pico, and I do like to season my pico up a little bit with a little bit of salt, and then I'm just going to combine everything, and we're going to sit this in a refrigerator so that it remains cold until it's ready for the recipe a little bit later. Oh, and real quick, all these bowls and pottery I'm using, my daughter actually made. Can y'all believe it? I know, right? But now our chicken should be ready. If you can stick a fork and it breaks up your chicken, that's how you know it's ready. So go ahead and transfer it to a bowl, and then we're just going to shred our chicken. You can use your hands, you can use your fork, or even a hand mixer. Now this was a little bit too hot. I thought I had them kitchen hands, but I damn near burned myself, y'all. But this is what you should have. Then we're going to go ahead and add our salsa verde. I love this Herdez salsa verde, and I like extra green chili, so we're just going to use a can of those. And then we're going to mix everything up together and then just add a little bit of salt to amp up the flavor. Once your chicken mixture is all done, then we're going to go ahead and get to rolling our taquitos. I'm just using some yellow corn tortillas. I'm adding some mozzarella cheese first and then putting that chicken mixture on top. Now you don't want to overfill these because they will break and it makes it a big old mess. And then you're just going to roll these up. We're going to be cooking them in a thin layer of oil, and we're going to be placing them sealed side down to make sure all that goodness stays inside during the cooking process. So you want to make sure you're turning them a couple of times throughout to make sure all sides are golden brown. Then you're just going to drain them on a paper towel, and then you're ready to stack them. Now I am adding some sour cream, some guacamole salsa, and that amazing pico on top, and a little bit of cotija cheese. And when I tell y'all, y'all got y'all some good eating. So I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe, because as always I did. And don't forget, all of the links to my recipes, cookbooks, and even my new seasoning line is below. So until next time, bye y'all.